Do you have a partner that is supporting you and you're not asking for permission to be amazing? Let me take a deep breath on this one. Hold on. I can remember some years ago when I wanted to go to officer candidate school. As you know, I'm retired military. And I remember as a private coming into the military, I started getting around leaders that saw my potential. It's like, hey, have you ever thought about going to officer candidate school? And I was like, yeah, I have, but I didn't know how to go about it. They took on the responsibility and started teaching me the way of the land. And I started learning from my leadership. And I remember going home at the time, years ago when I was married before, and I said, I want to go to officer candidate school. And the thought was, but that's going to take you away from the family. I know this. It's only for a short period of time where I can go get the schooling and necessary training that I need. Well, I forbid you was the words. I'm just saying, this is what the conversation that I had. I'll never forget that. And to this day, I remember that because I honestly thought slavery was over. I can just remember having that conversation, and it crushed me because the person that I was with at the time was not supporting me. And I don't know if they had this fear or they had this vision of that I would go and not come back. I don't know what it was, and I can't speak to what they were thinking back then. But I just know how it made me feel that I was very much in this place where someone else had the visions or didn't have the visions for my life. And I took control and took my life back. And I realized at that very moment, it's so important. And I'm saying this to you, so hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, as Chris Tucker said. You want someone in your space and a spouse that will support your visions. There's like you don't want people that are tolerating you. You want people that are loving on you. They're supporting you. And they may not have the vision for your life. It may be the vision that was given to you. And so the partner that you have in your life at this very moment, I want you to do an assessment. And I'm not telling anybody to leave anybody. That's not what I'm saying. So don't go back and say, see, this is what Dr. Sonia said on YouTube. I didn't. But what I'm saying is it's going to restrict you from being the best version of you if you get with a partner that is not there pushing you and say, hey, you can do this, instead of like, no, you can't do it. No, you can't make this investment. No, you can't do this. Because I know if I would have listened to that voice or that spirit that was being fed to me, I wouldn't be doing what I do now. I had to fight through that with tears because it was a constant battle of the version of me that I wanted to be versus the version that I was faced with that someone wanted to stay there. And so the person that you become from this moment on is simply because, or a big part of the spouse that you have. Now, fast forward, I have a spouse in my life right now that is very supportive of what I do. And matter of fact, he just said the other day, and it almost brought me to tears, but I had makeup on, so I had to keep those lashes because we were going to an event, right? And he said, the simple fact that you will have an idea one day, I will see you go write it down, and within 72 hours, you have implemented that vision. I said, that's how God deals with me. And I know because I don't believe I'm smart enough to do all this by myself. Therefore, I'm an open vessel. Therefore, I know if it comes to me, and it's not always for me to implement right away, but if it comes to me in threes, that's how I operate. If it comes to me in threes, game on, let's go. If it doesn't, that idea or that vision doesn't let me sleep, game on. And so you have to think about the reason why you may not have $1 million company is because of the spouse that you have in your life right now. And last but not least, who is all about friends? How many of us have them? You know what I'm talking about. Friends, ones we can depend on. I should sing the whole song, but I don't know all the words, but I'm gonna go through this anyway. It is just really thinking about the friends you have in your life. This conversation, this piece right here, why you haven't made $1 million, the reasons why you haven't made $1 million in your company could simply be because of your friends. I want you to look around. Do this exercise. Write every single friend that has direct connection to you. Every single friend that you have that has direct connection to you. I'm doing it visually in my head right now. That has direct connection to you. What do they say when you're on the phone with them? Now, let's say they know what it is in the business that you have. Are they constantly asking you for your input, knowing that you have a coaching business out there where you can really help them at the next level? Are they there saying, hey, why are you doing this? I miss when we used to hang out. I miss when we used to hang out, simply because now you don't have as much time as you used to have to hang out and party or do whatever the case may be. The friends that you have in your life right now, are they supporting you? And I don't mean supporting you by they're always having to buy something. I'm not saying that. It could be as simple as supportive words like, hey, I'm so proud of you. I have a friend right now, very dear to me. I've been knowing her almost 10 years, and she went back to school, right? Now, which causes, when I want to go see her or get my hair done or whatever, what have you. And I said, you know what? I want to support her. And I saw her with, a laptop. It was relatively older model. And I've been saying, I want to support her in this. And because she is a mom, she's a wife, she has a business, she's working, she's doing all these things, and she rarely has time for herself. What can I give back to her that I believe would serve her in this moment? And guess what that was? It was a new laptop. Now, I'm not saying that to brag on me, but she was in my spirit, and I thought about her, of me seeing what she's doing. And so the thing is, what are your friends doing for you right now? And I'll be very transparent. I've had friends throughout this process. I've had very close friends that I was friends with since high school and middle school and in college, that some of us are no longer friends anymore, simply because of what I was doing. And I will say, hey, I'll be honest, friends get invoices too. You can say what you want, that's cool, but they get invoices too because they get the best version of you. Right? I tell my friends when they come, and I've had friends come through my programs that I went high school with, that I was very close to, because I want you to get the best version of me. It's not that you're getting the best version of me because you're paying me, but you get the best version of me because I want you to win, and you're showing up for the much needed training. So if I've helped other women become millionaires, surely I can help you too, but you're going to have to choose at this moment, right? Do you want to be my friend? And we talk about friend things, or do you want to be a client where I can show you how I helped other people make millions of dollars in their company? And so you got to start thinking about honestly, and I know that's a hard conversation, and I'll end with this. There's a young man, we were at an event, an award ceremony, and he came over to me, and he was talking about one of my coaches now that I work with, and he said, how in the world, like, y'all are friends? And the investment to work with them was, multiple six figures, high six figures. And you just said yes? I said, yeah, because I respected him enough to know, even though we're friends, I respect his craft, I respect his gifting, and I respect the simple fact if he's bold enough to ask me that, I'm bold enough to ask for that as well for my potential clients that are coming. So start thinking about the friends that are around you. And Tiffany Haddish, last part. Tiffany Haddish said something once, and it was a video, and I watched the entire thing. She was on this rampage about her friends, and she was coming up with this new show that she was doing. And guess what? Her friend's like, girl, I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to support you. And I know a lot of celebrities go through this, but they're not bold enough to put it out there on social media. They just deal with it, right? People are mad at them. They go and say, I don't deal with so-and-so anymore. But you don't know what's really happening behind the scenes. And she talked about, in tears, about the people who say they support her, but then they come and say, hey, give me a ticket. Not, hey, sis, where's the link where I can go purchase this and that? That's what I believe true friends are about. They're supporting you. They're not asking you to give them anything. So one of the reasons you may not have $1 million company is simply because of the friends you surround yourself by. Do they want your free 99? Or do they want you to show up in the best version of yourself? Just think about it. And think about the reason why you don't have $1 million business.